his property.
Uh-oh. It's Evolution!
Well, look who's coming, folks. Six-man tag team warfare. A slobber knocker live at next. What a week it's going to be. Huntsville, Alabama, Sweet Home, Alabama. Won't be so sweet for Kane and RVD in that cage. It'll be the first match live next week on Raw at 9, 8 Central. The first match of the night inside the steel. It's not going to be for the weak at heart. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our main event. Triple H leading Evolution to the ring. Triple H will defend the World Heavyweight title on pay-per-view against Goldberg's career. It'll be an Unforgiven, Hershey, Pennsylvania, in less than 3 weeks. A pay-per-view extravaganza.
Or the championship versus the career.
The following six-man tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first at a combined weight of 744 pounds, Randy Orton, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, and the World Heavyweight Champion, Triple H.
Well, you saw that sign in the audience, 9/21/03, game over, or career over. They're all going to come down on that date.
Triple H and Goldberg in this ring, as we have heard said, this very ring together tonight.
Let me just tell you that Raw presents WWE Unforgiven, sponsored by Namco Soul Calibur 2. Unforgiven is coming to you live Sunday, September 21st from the Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And it'll be available on pay-per-view. Namco Soul Calibur 2. Unleash cutting-edge fighting on the PlayStation 2. Get yours now. It's rated T.
Tickets still available at Giant Center in Hershey.
Making his way to the
Get
ring,
yours early, folks.
225 pounds, Maven.
What an opportunity from one of the most deserving, hard-working young men in the WWE. He's going to hunt with the big dogs here tonight.
JR, his heart has got to be pounding. It's got to be up in his throat. Speed of pounding.
Introducing his tag team partners. First, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
He is a legend in his own time. A Hall of Famer. He's done it all. HBK Shawn Michaels beats Randy Orton and Unforgiven. But tonight, it'll be Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, and Goldberg in six-man action. We'll have it all. We'll have it live next. Oh, yeah. Folks, are you ready to get it on? Are you ready for this slobber knocker? He is intense. You are looking at Goldberg, and he will either win the World Heavyweight Championship Sunday, September 21st, or his career in this business will be emphatically, abruptly over.
And from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 280 pounds, Goldberg.
Goldberg dominated the Elimination Chamber at SummerSlam. But a sledgehammer stopped him dead in his tracks before he won the heavyweight championship of the world. And Triple H not taking his eyes off of Goldberg, and this match is underway.
Apparently Randy Orton took his eyes off of Shawn Michaels. Be careful just a second there. This thing got started.
Ric Flair and Randy Orton trying to get inside Maven's head earlier tonight, trying to psych him out. Shawn Michaels corrected that situation. Maven should have confidence. He deserves to be in this opportunity. This business is about building young, great stars, and there's a cook of the leg and a lateral press and a near fall.
When you're right, these guys, Evolution, trying to put into Maven's head that he was the weak link of the team over there.
I am still thinking about Goldberg's promise earlier tonight. He promised Triple H face to face, nose to nose, man to man, that Goldberg would be, without a doubt, that he would be the world's heavyweight champion.
Yeah, but Jake, promises have been made in the past. The question is, can Goldberg live up to his?
That is a very good question. It's like one of those love, honor, and cherish jobs.
Yeah.
Hammering back right hand by Maven, and Ric Flair, the legendary 16-time world champion, perhaps the greatest world champion of all time. But look at Maven, not intimidated, but perhaps the greatest player in the game in his heyday, in his run. And Flair is still awesome in my book.
Yeah, let's talk about now. Let's talk about today. Let's talk about the game. I mean, he is the cerebral assassin. Triple H. How many WWE superstars have tried? Look at this intensity here.
Look at this. This is a moment. Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels. How else do you describe it? God, I love the WWE. This is wonderful. Ric Flair and Shawn on top, and Shawn Michaels fighting back in that corner. Michaels fighting back out of that corner like a caged animal. Another right hand. Flair now reeling. Michaels building momentum. Michaels has quickened the pace. Irish whip. Flair. High back body drop. Flair in big time trouble here. Shawn Michaels is electrifying. The showstopper with a hard shot on Triple H, who's still recovering from that torn groin. Hits his special ring attire here. And look at Shawn Michaels.
He's cleared the ring.
Michaels just dominating Evolution. Oh, just one of those nights. One of those magical nights. Michaels. The 7-10-9 split. Michaels putting his own body on the line, taking down all three members of Evolution.
Throwing caution to the wind. Shawn Michaels, HBK he just sailed over that top rope right into, as you said, all three of those guys.
And now Michaels with a knife edge chops. Referee is detained by Triple H. Randy Orton trying to get a cheap shot in. But the veteran Mike, that thumb to the eye. The dirtiest player in the game with a thumb to the eye, and that's a low blow. And the referee obviously did not see that, or we would have had a disqualification without fail. And now Flair, a blatant choke, and he'll choke as long as the referee allows him, and the referee's trying to restrain Goldberg, which is not easy to do.
Oh, you got that right. But here he is. Here's the game. As I was saying earlier, many very, very talented and very good wrestlers have tried to take that world championship off the game. It hasn't happened yet, JR.
Goldberg looking for that tag. I'll tell you what, the men Triple H has defeated in world title matches would dot a whole wing in a Hall of Fame.
Wow, look at that shot.
There's no doubt about it. He is a maligned champion. A lot of people don't like him for a lot of different reasons. That's their problem. He doesn't care. The bottom line, you look at the record books, look at the people that the game has defeated. But can he beat Goldberg?
Well, you just talked me right into that question. I got to ask you, what makes you think Goldberg can beat Triple H now? After all those accolades you just piled on the game.
I don't know that he can. I'm not going to make any bets on that match. But God Almighty, I can't wait to see it. Look out! Look at Flair fighting back, and Michaels knocks him down. I'll tell you this, though, at Unforgiven, I don't remember the stakes ever being any higher. A man's career versus the world's heavyweight title.
Look at Shawn Michaels just trying his best to get that tag on Goldberg.
Triple H now has that mean streak. The cerebral assassin has learned from the best. He was a boyhood fan of Ric Flair. He emulates many of the strategies and techniques of the legendary Harley race. Many of the great champions of yesteryear. Triple H has refined their moves, elevated the backbreaker, the hook of the leg. He's made them even better.